Hey YouTube, so if you followed my live stream yesterday, and if you didn't go watch it, you need to. I was jumping into 3 really cool crypto projects I've got my eye on, and one of those is STEPN. It's a Solana-based NFT play to earn that actually forces nerds like you and me to go get outside. The problem is I couldn't get an activation code. In the whole video, I was showing how I was trying, and I was like seconds after an activation code was being published, and I still missed it because there's insane demand for this awesome platform. Well, guess what? I happen to use some of my resources. I reached out on Twitter, and by the way, if you don't follow me on Twitter, at Wes_Spencer, and this awesome person right here, P Crypto, messaged me and gave me an activation code. So, P Crypto, you are an awesome person. Thank you so much. Here's what I want you guys to do. I've got 75,000 followers here on my YouTube channel. Will you guys all go and follow P Crypto just as a thank you to them? That is such an awesome thing that they did. And I told P Crypto that I would absolutely throw a shout out in this video for them for getting me access. So guess what? That means in this video, we're going to dive into first look at STEPN. I'm going to show you what it's all about, why I think it's really cool, and I am by no means an expert, but I did read the white paper, so I'm going to share with you what I think about this project. All of this and a whole bunch more coming right up. All right, YouTube friends, thank you so much for joining. Wes Spencer back at you again. Would you hit like and subscribe as we jump into this? And I really mean it. Like, I know I said it and people just tune it out because YouTubers say it all the time, but I'm super close to 100,000 subs, and it will only happen if you hit the like button to teach the algorithm and you hit the subscribe button, because I'm telling you, it's a bucket list item for me, and I truly would appreciate having that creator award on the wall right over there. Okay, so let's just jump in. Here's what we're going to do. I am going to just share out my phone. There we go. And now what I see on my phone is what you see on your screen as well. So here is STEPN. A couple things about it. As I mentioned before, if you want to figure out how to get into it, go watch yesterday's live stream. It's the first project I covered. You can go and download the app, and I love that it's app-based. You guys know with Pi Network, I absolutely love app-based platforms because they're accessible to everybody, and it gives you a ton of new things, especially in the play to earn world, whether it's augmented reality, whether it's things like this where it's going to track some amount of health data on you being incentivized to get outside and go walk or jog or run. This is great stuff, right? So the app gives you the access to a lot of the things the phone provides. And I think that's a huge thing. So when you log in, you're going to give it your email address and you hit send code. It's going to give you a one-time code to your email, and that's what lets you log in. Once you're logged in, you're going to have an activation code. So until the demand dies down, you're probably going to have to do what I did, which is simply just go and beg and borrow and ask and hope that someone will give you an activation code and hang out in the Discord forums. The app will direct you right into it, and that's where they're actually published and posted. And if anybody's watching this video from the STEPN team and wants to give me some activation codes, I will give them out on my Twitter channel. I'd love to do that. Or you can just put comments in my YouTube comments down below with an activation code. It doesn't have to be in the entire channel that's in Discord. You can do it elsewhere too. So that's the challenge, is getting in. Now, once you're getting in, you will be able to sort of I'm going to click on the little run icon right here. So notice I don't own anything. I own no shoes, no loot boxes, no gems, no nothing. And at this point, you probably don't even know what any of those things are. So we're going to cover that in a minute. But notice I see what you see. The only difference is I have fed in Solana. I fed in about 33 Solana in, and I'll explain why I did that. Now, you don't have to put that much in. I know that's a couple close to $3,000 at the time of today's video. You don't have to put that much in. You could certainly do just the bare minimum for a single shoe. So we'll talk about that in the video as we get into this. But a couple things I think you should know about this. When it starts up, you can actually start running. I could hit start right now and I could go on my journey, and it'll track GPS data and all that good stuff. And off I go. Now, I recognize the privacy people do I really want this app tracking my data? Well, let me tell you what, as a cybersecurity guy, you should see what Facebook tracks. You should see what TikTok tracks. You should see what a lot of social media apps actually track. It's Google, right? I was going somewhere, my phone popped up with directions to go where I was going, because it knows at this point in time, this time of the week, I always go to this location. They just know. So I'm not too worried about this app itself, especially when I go on my jogging. Like I'm not too concerned about that. Okay, so you could go now, as I said, but you're not going to earn anything without a shoe. A shoe is the NFT, they call them sneakers. A sneaker is the NFT entry into all of this. So you have to own one to be able to earn. Now that's getting ready to change. They were talking about in the white paper that they're going to eventually allow people to rent shoes. And let me tell you, that is a brilliant move. The reason it's brilliant is because there's going to be a lot of people that simply don't have $1,000, which I recognize is ridiculously expensive for just most everybody, to be able to go buy a sneaker. That's not fair. In fact, one of the things I hate about a lot of the P2E games is if you get in super early before the game gets famous and popular, you can get in pretty cheap. But everyone else is spending thousands. I took a look at a P2E game that a friend of mine recommended to me called Chicken. It's the coolest thing. Like chicken.farm is the website. Chicken is spelled a little differently. And it's the coolest thing. You like farm your chickens, you get eggs, you grow your chickens, you buy farm plots, and it all mixes together. It's really cool. But the challenge to get into it at today's prices, because there's only 10,000 chickens, is ridiculously expensive. It's thousands of dollars, much like we see here with STEPN. And so I wouldn't be very excited about STEPN if the only way to get in was to buy a $1,000 plus sneaker. That's currently the case, but it's getting ready to change where you can go and rent a sneaker from someone and use it for that day, make some money off it. Of course, you pay some of it back to the person who rented it for you, and that's how you can build up some money. I think that's brilliant. I think that's super smart. So kudos to them for that. But for now, you're just gonna have to buy a sneaker, okay? And by the way, the core team here that's created STEPN is brilliant. I absolutely love this thing so far. We'll see what happens in the next days, weeks, months, but so far I really like it as an intro video into this, okay? So I'm not going to hit start because I don't own anything. The next icon right here is the shoe, like the actual, like your inventory, I guess is the best thing to call it. Now, again, I own nothing. So I own no sneakers, no shoe boxes. Shoe boxes are what like newly minted sneakers are. So you can actually mint sneakers, which I'll talk about a little bit in this video, but I'm still new to this. You also have gems, which I have no gems. Gems are what upgrade your shoes, so you can give it things like better reliability or better comfort. And then badges. And badges, as you see, that says coming soon, I can't tap on it. So I think badges come when you earn things. So you do certain things in the app, just a way to further gamify the platform. We'll just have to see. So here's upgrades. This is where I can take the things that I own and I can upgrade shoes. I don't own any of them right now, so there's no way for me to do any of those kinds of things for the gems. And then also right here is I don't know what this like, it has 3 little bar graphs. I don't know what that is yet. This may be, I know that there's some new things coming out that let people communicate, like the community participate. So it may be like community data and trend metrics to see like who the top users are. I think that's what that is, but when it gets released, I'll let you know. Now, the most important part is the shopping. So here's where the awesome part is and the killer part, because it's so expensive. So here are all the shoes, and we'll talk about this in a minute, but here's also gems. Gems are a lot cheaper, so you can buy this gem here that's 0.239 Solana. So they can be cheaper, but they can also be pretty high. If I go to highest price, here's a Solana. You see that one? Like, no, literally no one's buying that one. Come on, guys. It is that 10,000 Solana. So 10,000 times about $82. Yeah, not going to happen. No one's spending close to 100K on at least nobody I know. Wow, on that kind of gem, right? It's kind of crazy. And then again, badges you can't get to because they're still coming soon. Okay, so this is the marketplace by which you're going to buy your sneaker to get started. Now, you can actually purchase more than one sneaker, and there's a lot of reasons for that. One of those reasons is because the type of sneakers, which we'll talk about in a second. Another reason is because eventually you can mint new sneakers. It's called an SME, I think, a sneaker minting event is what they call it in the white paper. And there's some really cool mechanics. Now, there's way too much depth. I'm going to have to split all of this. If you guys like the video, definitely hit like and subscribe, like I said. But in addition to that, what I also want you to do is think about this is I can produce other videos to get more into the mechanics of things. So just let me know if you want me to do that. Okay, so here are the shoes. Now I'm going to hit filter because this is an easier way to sort of like see through this. So I'm going to tap on sneakers and notice that there are 4 classes of sneakers. There's walker, jogger, runner, trainer. So those are the 4 kinds. And here's the thing that's important about those. You need to pick the shoe for the kind of exercise you like to do. Let's say you have bad knees and you're, getting a little bit older and you just don't jog. then you would be a fool to buy anything other than Walker. If you just know I walk 3 miles a day and that's all I ever do, Walker is all you need. If you're a runner, then you need to think through between, do I want a jogger or do I want a runner? And then I'm actually going to buy a trainer today. And the reason I'm going to buy a trainer is I'm somebody that I walk all the time. A lot of times at work, I just pop these in right here and off I go. I just walk outside all day long. I just handle calls while I'm walking. You better believe I'm going to hit that button. But I like to run. Running is awesome. So for me, a trainer is really nice because a trainer is going to give me the ability to do all of those things wrapped in. You're going to pay more for a trainer, but a trainer lets me have all of them. So it's just more advantageous. And if I buy a second sneaker, I'm going to buy a walking sneaker because I walk more than I run. So to me, that's just what makes sense. But we'll see what happens out of it. Here are shoe boxes. Shoe boxes are, you can buy these depending on the quality: common, rare, legendary, uncommon, epic. Actually, I said those incorrect. Common, you see the ranking, right? It's kind of like Fortnite and all the rest, right? So I can select any of these if I want to. So I'm just going to select common. Let's do common so you can see the base price. So I can hit that. And then here we go. So here are the sneaker boxes that exist. And I think what this does is, if I take a look at this, a sneaker box is what lets me get a brand new sneaker. So you're going to have to make a choice. Do I want to buy a sneaker that comes out of a sneaker box and I just get what I get? Right? There's going to be a lot. Now, the white paper talks about the statistics, right? Of like a common sneaker box, the percentages of getting, a rare or uncommon, all of those things are outlined in the white paper. And I'm not going to get into that today, but I can make another video on that, right? So you can go that direction, or you can say, no, what I'm going to do is actually, I'm not going to buy that. I'm going to actually buy an actual sneaker, just because I want to know exactly what I'm getting. So you can do that as well. So let's choose trainer. For now, I'm going to leave level and shoe mint alone. So when you do that, what it's going to do is bring up from the lowest price. So let's just look at this pink shoe right here. It's the very first one. So this is cost 15.45 Solana. So if I bring up my calculator, my trusted calculator here, it's going to be somewhere. Well, my calculator's not coming up. I don't know why. But anyway, it's going to be, it's not going to be super cheap, right? It's going to be over $1,000 is just what I'll say, right? And so I'm going to pick this guy. And here we go. So we have some data that we can see. We can see the number for it, like the actual minted number. So it's a pretty big number. It finally came up, my calculator. I don't know why everything's so slow today. So let's just do the numbers real quick. And let's say, what was this thing? 15.45 Solana times about $85 is what Solana is. So yeah, this thing is $1,300 for a shoe. I could buy a really nice physical shoe for that, I recognize. So it's listed as common, it's a trainer, and I think this is the energy level, so it's fully leveled on energy. And energy, you can only go run and earn points when you have energy. So it's listed at level 5, so it's already been leveled up a little bit. And then you can see a couple things here. The shoe minting, 4 out of 7. This is critical. Do not miss this. You listening? Here it is. This is already minted. This shoe is already minted 4. You can only do a maximum of 7 minting. So you need to think about your strategy here for a minute and say, look, I'm not interested in shoe minting. I just want to buy one shoe and just off I go. Then I would actually select something that's a high mint level. But if you're like, no, I think I'm going to really get into this. I'm going to run a lot and I'm going to level up some shoes and I'm going to mint some shoes. Then you probably you're going to pay more for this, but you may want to purchase a shoe that has a lower mint level because it can mint more shoes, if that makes sense. So keep that in mind. It's a big deal. And then you have the attributes. It's efficiency, luck, comfort, and resilience. I'm not going to cover a lot of this today. I'll have to get into the white paper details if you want to know more about it. But if you're just going to be a regular runner, the two things that matter more are efficiency and resilience. That determines how long the shoe can last and before we have to upgrade it and repair it, which costs more and more and more over time, and how long the thing will last and how much energy and all that kind of stuff. Now, luck and comfort come into play, I think, later as the app gets more upgrades. And as you get to like a level 30 shoe, you can switch from mining or really earning the normal crypto that it comes with to the governance crypto. The governance crypto, I presume, is worth a lot more. I'll have to check the tokenomics later. But at this point, luck and comfort are more, I think, around that. So we don't, if again, it just depends on what you're trying to go for. So for me, a shoe like this, that is a trainer, the only thing I don't like about this shoe right here is, of course, it's common, but I'm poor. I can't afford anything more. And I don't care so much that luck and comfort are lower because I can upgrade those later. I love that efficiency and resilience are high, but the shoe minting level, 4 out of 7, ouch, that's not so great. You can see where it's minted from. So these are the two parent shoes that minted it. Looks like one was a runner, one was a jogger. And you can see it's minted. Yep, there you go. So it's minted a whole bunch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It says it's minted 5. Now that's interesting. Or no, those two have minted maybe these. I'm gonna have to figure this out, right? See, I told you I'm new at all this. So anyway, I think it's minted these, even though it says 4 out of 7. I'm seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I see 5. So why is it saying 4 out of 7? I don't know the answer to that. Something I have to learn, right? But this one is not going to give me a lot of longevity. That's just something to think about. So what happens if you're like, okay, yeah, I want to get something a little bit lower? Then what you're going to want to do is go back to your filters, and we can ignore levels for a minute because we're just going to sort by lowest price. And let's say we only want shoes that have done 0 to 1 minting, right? And I'm still looking for comments. So here we are. Here's a bunch of trainers. Now notice the price has gone way up. So here is a trainer that is 18 SOL. And maybe I'm making a mistake, right? I'm learning as we go along. So a lot of you on the YouTube video, like on the comments down below, don't hate on me. If I'm making mistakes, just point them out. Be like, hey, yes, Wes, you're wrong on that. Here's why this matters or that matters. Because I promise you I'm going to be wrong on some of this. This is just a first impressions video. So here we are. So this one is a level 5 shoe mint. It's only minted 1. So there you go. And this one actually shows 1. So there's our answer. It's low on efficiency, low on resilience. The two things I want most for now, it's very low on. It's high on luck and fairly low on comfort. So not a very upgraded shoe. It looks like someone did put a gem right here. You see the C at the top. So it's got that in it. But yeah, I don't know. This is potentially a shoe to buy, right? But notice it's much more expensive at 18 Solana. So let's go back and let's just take a look at the next one. So this one is 18.2, so virtually the same thing. Same thing, minted 1, again, high on comfort, low on the rest. So you see how you can kind of peek around at these things until you find one that you're really, really interested in. So this one is a little bit higher on both, and notice that its price is 18.3, so it's just a tiny bit more expensive. So I'm kind of like, well, okay, so if it's 18.2, what if we still stay in the 18 range? And how about this 18.7? Let's take a peek at this one. Not too much more expensive. This one's extremely high in luck. Wow. But low on resilience is okay. So this one, you know, maybe I would buy this one. What I'm going to do is, I don't know. I'm going to buy a shoe today, and I want to buy it in front of you. So I may be making a mistake, and I haven't had a chance to do a ton of research, but I can tell you this, I'm not going to go way down here into like a lot of these ones, but let's take a peek just so you can see the challenge with this. Let's say we want to get one that's rare. So it's in the middle. It's not common, uncommon, but it's not epic or legendary. We hit confirm on this, and now all of a sudden, look at this, 480 Solana. So if I want a base level epic or rare, notice that this is going to be, what do we say, about $85 at the time of this video per Solana times 480. So that's a $41,000 shoe, my friends. Holy smokes. So you still are going to have the whales that are in the world, those that like either filthy rich or they got YOLO rich by investing in Solana in the earliest of days, and they can afford this. You're always going to have those people. Throw them out. That's okay. Let them be them. The rest of just the commoners like you and me, we're not going to get those. But I still don't know enough about why those trainers matter at that level. I'm only assuming that it's going to earn more is what I'm assuming, but maybe not. It may just be literally the it's worth because of it having rare attributes. Not really sure. But either way, I don't care. I can figure that out later. If you want me to figure that out for you, I can produce, again, a deeper video where we dive more into the white paper. So here we are. And now we have some more information inside of all this. So what we're going to do is we're going to buy one of this, maybe this 18.3. Maybe that's the one we're going to buy because it's not much more. And it is a little bit higher, at least in luck and comfort. So efficiency is 1.5 and 2.7 compared to the shoe that's a little cheaper, 1.7, 2.2, 7.5 on comfort. You know, maybe that cheaper one is just a little bit better. But this one's higher on luck. I'm feeling like some luck today. So that's what we're going to buy. Okay, so I'm going to buy this one. Now let's talk about buying for a minute before I actually buy it. The way this works is You notice that at the very top, I have 32.9999 Solana. So the way this is going to work is you're going to have to get Solana into your wallet. So you're going to click here, you're going to go to wallet, and I've already got this set up, but you're going to need to set up your seed phrase. This goes into all of the normal crypto security stuff. You just got to know. So when you create your seed phrase, store it, never give it to anybody. If someone like from Solana support or STEPN support reaches out and says, we can help you with your problem, give us your seed phrase so we can make sure it's you or debug it, they're lying. It's a scam. Never share it with anybody. This is not a security video. I cover cybersecurity when it comes to crypto on the channel, so go search for some of those videos, but just know that it is up to you to secure your wallet. So once you have it secured, here's your wallet account. You can click right here on buy, and this takes you into Binance. I don't really use Binance because I'm in the US, and they do have a Binance US division, which I'm in, but I just don't use it that much. So buy your Solana however you're going to buy it. Coinbase, Voyager, I don't know, wherever you buy it from. By the way, check a look if you're looking for a place to buy. Take a look in my video description. I've got a whole bunch of referral codes in there that will save you money. So go take a peek at those and choose the one that's right for you. I bought off Coinbase. The reason I bought off Coinbase is it says it's only $1,000 when you first like I bought $3,000 worth just to jump into this, and it says you can only send out 1,000 for the first like 5 days, like right away, and you got to wait 5 days. Coinbase didn't stop me. Like I tried to send it all and it went through. So whatever. So I use Coinbase. Works well for me. I've always used Coinbase. And what'll happen is right here, you see this receive button in the middle. You're going to tap on receive, and this gives you your QR code. So this is a safe to share. There it is. You can see it on my phone and reflected. That is my QR code. You can share that with anybody. If anybody likes this video and wants to send me some Solana directly into my STEPN account, I would love for you to do that. There you go. Just as a way to say thank you. You can share this with anybody. But you also are going to copy this address and paste that into your Coinbase or wherever you have your Solana to get it into this. So that's up to you. You're responsible for that. I would do it. I'd make sure you know what you're doing. Make sure you're comfortable with it. Maybe send a small amount first. Make sure it goes through and off you go. I will tell you when I first did it, the transaction failed. I waited 5 minutes. It didn't come in. I'm like, what the heck? And then I noticed it failed and I tried again. Solana just has some problems right now in terms of being bottlenecked. So if you run into that challenge, just you're on your own, right? I'm not endorsing you to do any of this. You're on your own. So there's the receive. And then once you have it received, what you're going to do is you have to move it. You have to click on this transfer button and you transfer it into spending. So the wallet lets you hold Solana and other cryptos, or it lets you transfer it into spending. So I've already transferred all of mine into spending. It's all already there. I could send it back if I wanted to. But right now it's in spending. So you're gonna have to move it into spending. And then once it's there, you'll see it up there at the very top of your screen, however much you bought. And now you can buy a shoe. So here we are. This is the shoe that I think we want to buy. I may be making a horrible mistake, and you guys may make fun of me for this, or I may make fun of myself for a while, right? But what's life? You don't make fun of yourself sometimes. So here it is, 18.3 Solana. I'm going to hit buy now. So this is a trainer, level 5, durability 1. Oh, so that's what the green is. Durability 100 out of 100. And you see why I like this trainer? Because unlike a walker that's like, I think 1 to 5 kilometers an hour, this one is anywhere from the bottom of 1 all the way up to 20 kilometers an hour. Isn't that awesome? So that's why I'm spending extra money on a trainer, because I want that capability, just the way that my life lives. Sometimes I run, sometimes I jog, sometimes I walk. I walk a lot. So I want to be incentivized across the board. So this is a good one for me as far as I can tell. So I'm going to hit confirm. Token consumption is going to take 18.3 from my 32.9999. And I have now purchased my shoe. There we go. Isn't that awesome? So here we are. And now what I can do is the shoe already shows up. See that? And I think what you can do, yeah, look at this. Check it out. Your sneaker has reached level 5 and you can unlock the new gem socket to fit your gems. Well, isn't that cool? Because I bought it at level 5. I didn't buy like a newly minted one. And maybe in my next video, I will buy one from a shoebox so we can see the difference to it. Because I think it's kind of cool not knowing what you're going to get as well. But for this video, I wanted to know what I'm getting. So I'm going to hit check it out. I have a level 5 sneaker. There we go. So here's, and it came with that gem, by the way, right? It's already got this 10 GST. Or maybe I can open it. Oh, I see. Okay, I can confirm this, but I don't have any GST. So GST is what you earn by doing your running. So that's I think the silver one that's there. So maybe in a future video, I'll come back when I've done some actual physical activity and we'll see, right? But I don't have any of that right now. So here's the shoe and I'm good to go, right? So Here's some options down here that I'm not used to yet, so I can level the shoe up. I'll have to, again, I will go through all this. You're going to spend some of the GST that you earn. You can sell the GST, make money. You can use it to level up your shoes. I think you can use it to mint new shoes, all this kind of stuff. So I can level up a shoe if I want to. I can repair a shoe, but it's at 100, so it doesn't need any of that. Minting, so this, what did that say? The sneaker's shoe minting function is under cooldown. Please try again in 48 hours. So probably because I just bought it. It's not going to let me just go mint it right away, which is probably smart. And I don't have a second shoe to mint anyway. So that doesn't work. I can sell it on the marketplace. And I think what happens, we're going to hit next on this. It looks like I can choose a price. That's kind of interesting. I don't know if it's got a floor for it, but I'm not going to do that in this video because if it accepts it, then it may lock into the marketplace and then I can't use it. The next thing I want to do is a follow-up video of after I go out on a run and just see how the thing works. Did it actually earn? How did it work? All that kind of stuff. So I'm not going to sell it right now. I'm not going to play with it. And then lease is coming soon. Like I said, this is the entry point for people that don't want to pay $1,200 to $41,000 for a shoe. They can lease a shoe and get it for a day. And then transfer. So I guess if you wanted to send a shoe to somebody, yep, this transaction will lower your energy cap, proceed, and your unopened mystery box will be purged. No, I don't want to do that, right? No. But I suppose you could transfer a shoe. So if anyone's shoe rich and wants to send me a shoe, I will shout out to you on my next YouTube video, but you don't have to do that. But you saw my QR code earlier. I guess you can go back and get it and send me a shoe if you want to. That'd be the coolest thing, but you don't have to. So there's the shoe itself. And I think we're good to go, right? So like at this point, I have my shoe. And I guess I'm assuming that like right now this is just one card, but I'm guessing I can swipe back and forth if I own a second shoe because you can switch which shoe you want for your exercise session, I think. And then what we're going to do is we're going to hit start and off we go. Now I'm not going to hit start yet because I'm sitting here in my studio, but when I get ready to go out on a run, I'll do that. And then how to play, by the way, I wanted to show this to you as well. So if you take a look at this, you can, once this thing goes away, there you go. This tells you a little bit more about how it all works. And you saw how to play underneath the shoe. You can see this without even owning a shoe. So you can see all the differences. So here's a walker. You're going to earn one energy equals 4 of the GMEs or the whatever their cost, right? And then a jogger is 1 for 5. A runner is 1 for 6. And then a trainer is 1 and it's 4 to 6 depending on what you're doing. Again, that's why I like a trainer. It's really flexible. So there you are. And you can see this is all the stuff I kind of shared with you and talked about with the quality, efficiency, all this kind of stuff. So read through this if you want to. I think this Get Started guide is brilliant and gives you everything you need to know to get started. So the last thing I'm going to say as I close the video before I actually start using the app is this right here is you can't really cheat it. A lot of people are sort of asking me, well, why don't you just get in your car or like if I a bike or something? So according to them, and I'm not willing to test this, they have both AI mechanisms that sort of look at how the usage is, and they look to see how like stable and consistent your running is, and if they can tell that it's really it's odd, then they call it moonwalking, and that's their way of saying this, you're not actually expending energy. And then the other way that they can do it is they can also check for GPS, and you have to have a strong GPS signal. I wouldn't be surprised at some point to see them integrate with a smartwatch as well to check your heartbeat and all of that kind of stuff. And they also have plans to integrate in like on Apple to take the health kit data and get like steps walked, and even like behind the scenes when you're not even checking into the app, you're going to get rewarded for walking, for steps walked, all that kind of stuff. It'll probably be a small amount, but some. So they say it's hard to cheat. I'm not willing to try to see just how hard it might be to cheat, but I kind of wonder about it. Just my nature. I just wonder how strong it is. So that's it. That's first impressions. And I will tell you this, I am just thrilled. I think this is awesome. This is the future of crypto, at least one of the futures, especially on the consumer tech side, is gamifying experiences. I remember when Fitbit watches first came out, everyone was so excited to jump into something like Fitbit because it's an exciting world where like, oh, I can score points and rank up and check my friends. This is like the next evolution because now there's a financial component. I've always like thought this would be the coolest thing. So both the idea is brilliant and the implementation of it so far is brilliant. Now it's hard to get into. It's very exclusive at this point. So keep that in mind, and it's expensive to get into at this point, but even their ideas in terms of renting sneakers, I think is brilliant. And the cool factor of like different kinds of shoes. on top of like getting people outdoors is the coolest thing ever. So I'm very excited about what STEPN is doing. We'll see what we think over the next few weeks and months. I'll continue to share my thoughts as long as you guys want to. So give me some feedback on this video. Does it all make sense? Anything I left out? Anything out of a first glance that I was wrong on? There's probably quite a few things. So feel free to correct me if I'm wrong on some of those things. And also let me know if you want to see more videos on STEPN. Just let me know in the comments. Hit like and share this, tweet it out with your friends, and let them know about this video so they can go and watch it too. All right, my friends, thank you so very much.